Okay, today we're going to talk about something called radical self-acceptance. And this is one of my favorite topics to talk about because it's also known as my social impact initiative. To start, I will say that this radical self-acceptance topic is based off of books by Sonia Renee Taylor called The Body is Not an Apology. It is all about how our bodies are not apologies as we operate and navigate the world around us. This book also opened my eyes to something I'm super passionate about, which is eating disorders and body acceptance as it pertains to the systemic issues that are happening in our society each and every day. One of these stigmas is called weight stigma, and it's when we may hold biases against those who are in larger or bigger bodies. As a society, we uphold this stigma through things like the size of seats when you go to an airport or sit on an airplane. You can personally uphold this stigma by the looks that you give to those who are in larger bodies in our society. So the goal of radical self-acceptance is to break down the stigmas and produce a world that's more inclusive and accepting for all. It starts with you. How do you view your own body? How do other people hear that you view your own body? What you say about yourself matters. Your kids can hear you. How you view yourself starts to shape how you also view others. When you view your own body in a negative way, you can project that onto the view of others. And then let's look at what stigmas and biases you hold in your life. If you are in a smaller body, oftentimes you hold something called thin privilege. And this is the ability to operate in a world around you much easier than those who are in larger bodies. Recognize your own thin privilege. When you start to see these biases pop up in your every single day life, you can start to redirect those thoughts and actions so that you are also navigating and creating and fostering a world that is more inclusive, more diverse, and more accepting of others. I desperately want to live in a world where the definition of beauty is being true to oneself. Right now, that is hard to do with the stigmas that our society holds. So let's change that. Let's start to notice our own biases. Let's start to change the way we view ourselves and start to change the way that we view others. Let's start to foster an accepting world, one that welcomes all and that participates actively in radical self-acceptance.